Hey everybody, welcome back to Royal Tarot Readings. This is my fun channel that I do for tarot readings on the royal family and current events. All information presented in this video is for fun and entertainment purposes only. It's fun. It's tarot. I'm just a gal with cards. And this was going to be a live session. I see Christina's fallen off. This was going to be a live session, but for some reason it won't let me go live, and I don't know why. So you're going to see this as a recording. I'm so sorry I wanted to make this live. Anyway, let's go ahead. I have got 5 pages of questions. So I'm going to get through as many of these as I can. And if I have to make it a 2-parter, I will. But let's see what we can get through. Now, this is a viewers' questions session. And what I did was I put a post out there, and people who had questions about the royal family that you want me to read on, we put it out there, and I'm just going to do a marathon. So settle back, get the drink of your choice, get your snack, and let's just dive into this. All right, here we go. The first one that I'm going to read on, let's see, I'm just going to take these in random order. Okay, why did the firm allow Harry to marry that woman? Why did that happen? And that's by Eliza Engen, 4141. All right, so for this reading, most of the readings, I'm going to use the holographic tarot. It's the traditional AE weight, and it has that beautiful iridescence of the cards. All right, let's see what we can find out here. Why did the firm allow Harry to marry that woman? Because I think by the time that the wedding was approaching, they had a sense, that Meghan was not who she said she was. So we have 10 of Wands, it was a burden. Yeah, we have too many cards that fell. That was the big one. Ooh, the High Priestess. They knew her secrets. So why did they let this wedding go on? Why did they allow Harry to marry that woman? This is going to be, we'll do a 5-card reading. We'll see what we can find out here. And we'll have 1 card for the underlying energy. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Well, at that time, Meghan could have been the Queen of Wands, or that's Anne. Let's see, because Meghan is a Leo, so she would show up. She probably would be the Knight of Wands, because she was still allegedly in her 30s. All right, so let's see. Why did the royal family allow Harry to marry that woman? 5-card reading. Let's see what we can find out. This will be our warm-up question. All right, let's see what we can find out here. 5 cards. Oh my God, the Queen of Wands. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. Okay, so actually Anne may have had something to do with it. And they were taking a risk. Oh my gosh, I wasn't going to do 3 cards, but Anne was in favor of it. They knew they were taking a risk, but Harry was he was being obstinate about it. The Hermit is Harry, and upright it's him and his positive aspect, and in reverse it's his shadow aspect. So he was going to throw a fit, and he was going to risk throwing a fit, and he was going to make it public that he was throwing a fit. So Anne, I think, is the one who said, let's take the risk. All right, first card. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. How interesting. Even way back then, Harry was on the outskirts of the family, and they wanted him back in. They wanted him to be a working member of the royal family in a good way, and they thought this would be a really good way for him to promote himself with her. What else? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. He was out of control. I think I heard rumors where they said that the thing that surprised them most about Meghan was she could control Harry, and no one had been able to do that before. He was out of control. He was out of control. Oh, 2 of Wands in reverse. They had to change their plans. They almost changed their plans. They had to change their plans on I think, the marriage. Because at one point, I think they almost called it off. It was a change of plans that they agreed to do this. Knight of Pentacles, where there's Harry. Harry was out of control. That's why they allowed her to marry him, because she could control him. Knight of Wands, well, there's Meghan. Holy crap. You can't make this stuff up. There's Harry as the Knight of Pentacles. Now, someone asked me how I identify the people. Now, Harry, of course, he is a Virgo, and Pentacles are earth signs. The Knight of Pentacles is typically Harry. He's also the Hermit. That's his arcana, his archetype card. And Megan is the Knight of Wands because she's a fire sign. She's in reverse. Boy, my voice is going. She was ruthless. Plans were changed. I think they considered calling it off. And they had to change their plans because Harry was going to throw a fit if it didn't go through. And they knew it was a risk. They absolutely knew it was a risk for him to marry her, because they had started to see the viciousness in which she could deal with people. And plans were changed as to what they were going to do. You know, they may have even had a different title. The Queen may have had a different title for them originally, and she changed it to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, which had to be pulled out of the archives. Because I think there had only been one before, maybe one or two. It was a rarely used title. I think she had considered a different title for him and changed it at the last minute because of Meghan. Interesting. She could control him. That's why they allowed it. Because nobody else can control him. He was out of control, and they needed him back in the family. Back then, they figured that he was going to be a good asset as a working royal because he was very popular. He was very popular back then. Good question. Okay, so let's put these back in here, and let's look at our next question. All right, let me check that one off. What happened with Catherine's past assistant, stylist Natasha, and her husband Chris Jackson? All I know is they were happy. There were happy family pics on his Instagram, and then Natasha decides to step away from her job. No more Tash in Chris's Instagram anymore, just him and his boys. Ooh, good question. All right, so what happened with Catherine's past assistant and stylist Natasha and her husband Chris Jackson? All right, so what was the energy between them when suddenly she left? Or I guess her past assistant Natasha and her husband Chris. All right, so let's clear the energy here. What happened with Natasha and her husband Chris? Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, someone got paid some money. Someone got an offer of money. That's right, she stepped away from her job. She left to start her own consulting company, and all of a sudden, Natasha disappeared from Chris's Instagram. It's just him and the boys. What happened? She was going to go overseas, moving from troubled waters to calmer waters, a transition. There had been some trouble at home. All right, so what happened? King of Pentacles in reverse. They had a loss of money. Loss of money in one area and an influx of money in another. All right, we're going to do... Let me keep shuffling because I didn't tell the cards how many cards... We're going to do a 7-card reading. What happened? What happened between Natasha and Chris? Of course, I didn't look up their sun signs. Natasha and Chris. What happened? Card. Okay. 7-card reading. What happened? Queen of Swords in reverse. They're going to get a divorce. They were thinking about divorcing. Queen of Swords in reverse is a divorce card. Page of Swords in reverse. Bad stories on the internet. And the Magician. PR and spin. Next one was Ace of Wands in reverse, which is a problem in the intimacy department. Okay, so they were actually thinking of divorcing. There were some bad stories going out on the internet about them. And they were, her, of course, I think she was her stylist. Is that right? Yeah, she was her stylist. They were putting some PR and spin out there about themselves. Maybe there were some bad rumors that were about to show up on the internet, and this was their way of dealing with it. There definitely was a divorce being looked at. Ooh, Eight of Wands in reverse. Well, that's blocked energy. They stopped communicating. The Eight of Wands upright is about communication and fast-moving energy, and it can be air travel. And in reverse, blocked energy. They stopped communicating with each other. Nine of Wands in reverse. This is a lot of mental anguish and stress. I think the marriage was in trouble. Queen of Cups. Shoot, I should have looked up their sun signs. Let me do that real quick. She was born in, as of July 2025, she's 37 years old. I'm not sure if her birth date is here. Let me see. Yeah, she doesn't, there's no public birth date for her. Oh my gosh, she split from her husband. I told you. Oh my gosh. Queen of Swords divorce. Apparently they split in September. Let's see. If she is yeah, her birth date isn't really, I'd have to do more research to see if I can find her birth date. This could be her, the Queen of Cups. She has split from her husband, and it was already evident. Wow. I didn't even know that before I started this reading. Okay, but this is her. She was taking she's looking at the, she wasn't happy. I'm getting energy like she wasn't happy. She was always the good wife, and with this Queen of Swords in reverse, she was not happy in her marriage. Ace of Pentacles, she got a big offer of money, and that was she wanted to start her consulting business. Someone set her up. Someone gave her money for that. Oh, Seven of Wands in reverse. What she did was indefensible. What someone did was indefensible, and it caused her a lot of anguish and stress. Tarot, can you clarify? Who did something indefensible? Was it Natasha or Chris, her husband? Knight of Swords. Let me see what his birth date is. Hang on. There's no information on his birth date either, but this could be him. Something he did was indefensible. And it could have been something. Ew. Knight of Swords in reverse is a dirty attack. Attack with words. They may have had a huge fight. And he played dirty. And what he did was indefensible. Oh my gosh. Okay. Goosebumps. All right, what else can the tarot tell us on why? Why? You know what happened between them? Strength. This can be the royal family, but this can also be just her gathering a lot of strength. She was in a very strong position. Someone set her up. Someone gave her a lot of money to start her consulting business. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Being cast out and trying to get back in. She wanted back into, a certain circle, and she probably used her influence as the Princess of Wales's former stylist. She used her position to push herself back into an industry that she had been out of for a while. I think for 15 years, she was a stylist for the Princess of Wales. I think her husband did something. You know what? Page of Swords in reverse. She found some, he may have been having some emails with someone else. Page of Swords is about bad stories on the internet. He said something bad. They had a lot of fights over text or email or something like that. They were sending each other a lot of nasty texts and emails, and or she found some on his phone, maybe. But what he did was indefensible, and that's why they split up. But that's what happened. By the time they split up, she was already thinking about divorce. The marriage wasn't. It was on very shaky foundation. Wow, well, that was kind of interesting. I didn't know anything about that. And that question, by the way, was by Mila Thinks. Mila underscore Thinks. All right, so the next question from Find Me in the Forest 1 is Megan part of dark Hollywood? Is she reptilian? The sun, okay? That's being out in the open. Now, oh my gosh, these cards already want to talk a burden. Wow. Okay, so is she reptilian? There's the thought out there in the underground that there are these creatures of the dark that every now and then you'll see their true reptilian selves come through in photos. That they'll look like, lizard eyes, that sort of thing, and they're creatures of the night, so to speak. So, is she reptilian? Let's just ask: is Megan part of dark Hollywood? Is she reptilian? Upright, positive, reversals, negative. Let's find out about that. Is Megan part of dark Hollywood in that she is reptilian? Upright, positive, reversals, negative. Whoa! Temperance in reverse. There's the devilish energy. Wow, there's the dark arts, the dark energy. Temperance in reverse is about, it can be the same as the devil card. A fallen angel. All right, we're going to go with this one. Upright, positive, reversals, negative. 7 cards. Is Megan reptilian? Angeline energy, the King of Wands. That is about authority, protection, security, authority, the King of Wands. First card, 10 of Wands, a burden. Next one, 10 of Cups, 2 10s in a row. 10 of Cups in reverse, an unhappy family. 8 of Cups, walking away. Oh, wow. Center of the situation, Ace of Swords in reverse. That's a lie. I'm going to say no, but let's see how this plays out here. The Emperor in reverse. That's the head of an organization who's a bully. It's the father. It's a father card too. Father in reverse. But for Hollywood, she's been cast out of Hollywood. They don't like her. 6 of Wands, a victory. The High Priestess, secrets. Is she oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, she is. Allegedly. She's a burden. They don't like her. Hollywood does not like her. If she is a reptilian, allegedly, they've turned their back on her. They've walked away from her. She may be a rogue reptilian, allegedly. She lives, okay, I thought this was a lie, that this question was a lie. She lives her life as a lie. Center of the situation is a huge lie. The Emperor in reverse, the person who controls all that bullies her. They've cast her out. They don't like her. They don't want her there. 6 of Wands is a victory. They've successfully cast her out. And the High Priestess, she does know some secrets. And they know secrets about her. Secrets and silence. Oh, wow. So, allegedly, we'll say yes, but they have cast her out. She is like someone on the outskirts. They don't like her. Okay, interesting question. Okay, we'll check that one out. All right, the next one is from Silver Moon Tea Room, 7123. Who is going to pay the Sunshine Sacks bill? It's a PR agency, so they don't work on commission. Allegedly, they were let go the first time because their bills were unpaid for way too long. They got them to catch up on the bill. They're talking about Harry and Meghan, and then they were terminated. So who's going to pay the Sunshine Sacks bill? Because last time Harry and Meghan had them as a PR firm, they were actually a crisis management firm. They got like $1 million or $2 behind on payments, and Sunshine Sacks dropped them because they weren't paying, and they finally did get paid out. So who's paying the bill now? Who is paying the bill now? 6 of Wands in reverse, a defeat. Let's do, we'll do a 5-card reading. Who is paying the bill now? Who is paying the Sunshine Sacks bill now for Harry and Meghan? Because they've been re-signed with Sunshine Sacks. There's the Ace of Swords in reverse again. That's a lie. Who is paying the Sunshine Sacks bill now? All right, we'll do one more. 5-card reading. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I got the energy now. Here, we'll do one more. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to go with that one. All right, who's paying it? 5-card reading. 7 of Wands in reverse. What they've done is indefensible. 2 of Wands in reverse. Plans have changed. The Moon in reverse. It's an illusion. Whoever was going to pay it, they've now decided not to, because what someone's done is indefensible, and we're going to find out the revelation of an illusion. An illusion is going to be dispelled. We will find out who was supposed to pay it, because whoever was supposed to pay it has changed their mind. Because what someone else has done, perhaps Harry and Meghan, what they've done is indefensible. All right, first card. Knight of Swords in reverse. Do you know this is a dark stories on the internet? Well, no, an attack. Sorry, I was thinking a Page of Swords. An attack with words. Nasty, nasty words. The Queen of Pentacles? Meghan's mother? You know, there are rumors out there, and I'm going to read on it, that Doria has taken a lot of the money. 6 of Wands, a victory. Page of Pentacles, selling a story that's not true. Whatever we hear about, oh no, this is Oprah. This is Oprah. Oh my God. No, she's the Queen of Swords. You know who that might be? Hang on. I thought maybe this was Victoria Jackson, but she's, this is her. She's born August 31st, 1955. She is a Virgo. This is Victoria Jackson. She was going to pay it. She's changed her mind. Because I think Meghan was selling a story that wasn't true. What else? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. She's cast her out. Victoria Jackson was going to pay it, but she has changed her mind. She has changed her mind because she found out something that Meghan did that was indefensible. Oh my gosh. She might have found out about the pregnancies. The Moon in reverse, a pregnancy that didn't happen, allegedly. Oh. I think Victoria Jackson was going to, but I think she has changed her mind. 2 of Wands in reverse. Ooh. Now there's some tea. Wow. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right, let's see what else I have here. Hang on. Get my iPad out of the way. Okay. Okay, so this one's from Ricky Moore. Let me get these here. I think I'm going to change. Well, no, I'm going to keep this deck. Is Harry's toxic anger and jealousy towards William because William had a close bond with his mother and remembers her more clearly than Harry? Yeah, Harry said that he didn't remember his mother because I think she was 12. He was 12, almost 13 when she died, and William was 15. I mean, you'd think at 12 he'd remember her. It's so interesting he doesn't remember her very much. But that could be. So is Harry's toxic anger and jealousy towards William because William had a close bond with his mother and he remembers her more clearly than Harry? Is that true? Is that why he's jealous? Or is that not? Is that why Harry has such toxic anger and jealousy towards his brother? Upright positive, reversal's negative. 9 of Wands in reverse. It's mental anguish. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. A waste of time. Okay. So, whoa. Knight of Cups. There's an offer, and it's also being a savior. 10 of Wands, a burden. Okay, so is Harry's toxic anger and jealousy towards William because William remembers Diana more than Harry does? Upright positive, reversal's negative. Is that true? Is that true? Ooh, Nine of Cups in reverse. That's about overindulgence. Drugs, alcohol, and your hopes and your short-term hopes and dreams not coming true. A loss of your hopes and dreams. All right, we'll shuffle one more time here. Upright positive, reversals negative. Is that true? Okay. 7-card reading. Underlying energy, 7 of Cups in reverse. The end of gaslighting. He's been gaslighting himself, and Harry has been gaslighting himself, and he realizes it now. All right. First card, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Reciprocity is out of balance. Someone takes more than they give. That's also charity. Not being able to feel charitable. 10 of Cups in reverse, an unhappy home. The Moon. That can be a Cancerian card. That can be Diana, but she's usually the Queen of Cups in reverse for me, but she can be the Moon. So the Moon is an illusion. He had an illusion about his mother. It's also a mother card. The Emperor in reverse. He hates his father. Center of the situation, he hates his father. Absolutely hates his father. There's the King. It's also a father card. 5 of Swords in reverse. He can never win a fight with William. Can never win a fight with him. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. He's been cast out trying to get back in. 6 of Cups. Their past. Their childhood. 1, 2. No, that's not the reason. The reason that he is so angry with William is that he always feels like he loses. Even his charities, William was the one who set up that charity, the Invictus. And they had a very unhappy family, of course. He had a lot of illusions about his mother. He hates his dad. He's more hating his dad than his brother. He's jealous of his brother. He doesn't hate his brother, but he could never win a fight with William. And he feels cast out. And he has fond memories of his brother. He's just jealous of him. You know what? Because William's going to be king. How stupid of me. The Emperor is also the King card. Because I'm not going to be king, William will. That's why he's upset. That's why he's jealous of William. Because William will be king and he won't. And it was their chance order of birth. This is siblings. Our childhood, our past, because you were born first. That's why he hates his brother. Because William's going to be king and he won't. Everybody loves William and not him because Harry's been cast out. Okay, well that makes sense. William's going to be king and he won't. Okay. All right, good question. Okay, so let's see. Hang on. Okay, another Harry question, again by Ricky Moore. Is Harry's crusade against the media... Whoops, let me do these in here. Is Harry's crusade against the media... Is that driven by his guilt for not speaking to his mother when she rang the night before she died in that car accident? So Diana called both William and Harry, and I think William talked to Diana, but Harry didn't because they were playing. I mean, yeah, they're 12. He was 12. William was 15. So he did not get to talk to his mother the night before she passed. Is that why he hates the media? Is that his crusade against the media? Is that driven by his guilt for not speaking to his mother? 6 of Swords in reverse. Trying to escape a situation and you can't. Okay, so this will always haunt him. This thought that he did not get to speak to his mother, that will haunt him to his dying day. I didn't get to speak to my mom. I chose not to speak to her. Even though he may spin it. Lots of PR and spin. Upright positive, reversals negative. 7 cards. Is that true? Is that why he hates the media? I think it will always haunt him. He's always going to feel guilty about that. Oops. Upright positive, reversals negative. All right, we're just going to go with this one. 7 cards. Okay. Underlying energy. 8 of Cups. He walked away from her. He walked away from her. He walked away from her phone call. Three of Swords, heartbreak and betrayal. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Alone. Of the three of them, he's alone. He feels alone. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Single independent woman who's lost her independence, lost her wealth, lost his mother. The Queen of Pentacles can be a provider card, which Diana was a provider for them. I mean, of course, Charles was too, but she tried to balance her home and work life. Page of Swords in reverse. There's the media right there. Yeah, he hates them. Two of Swords. He can't make a decision. Knight of Swords in reverse. He's always going to attack them. He will always attack them. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, although it's a part of it, he feels like he's just heartbroken. He's heartbroken over the loss of his mother. He feels alone. His mother's gone. She was the one who was always there for him. The media, he blames them, but he can't decide. He can't decide on why he hates them. He just hates them so much because they always print nasty stories about him. Knight of Swords attacking with words in a dirty way. He hates them because they attack him and write nasty stories about him. It doesn't have anything to do with his mother. No. He just hates the media because they always write nasty stories about him. He's just got an ego. He's very vain. Nothing to do with his mom. How interesting. All right, so MB Challies, NZ, I think you're from New Zealand. You want to know, could you check up on Edward and his family, please? All the best for the upcoming year. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's check up on Prince Edward and Sophie, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Let's see how they're doing. 7-card reading on how their relationship is right now. How are they doing? How are they doing? Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. How are Edward and Sophie doing right now? With all the stuff that's going on. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, they're talking to Catherine. Queen of Pentacles. You know, the Queen of Pentacles could have been, in that last reading, that could have been Harry too. But I mean, he could have thought about Catherine as well. But I think it was more of that was about his mother. All right, so 7-card reading. How are Edward and Sophie doing? What's going on with them? 3 of Cups in reverse. They're kind of, just hanging out together. They're not including a lot of friends. According to 3 of Cups in reverse, they're not partying a lot. They're just staying together. All right, let's see. 7-card reading. How are the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh doing? We don't hear a lot from them. Ooh, Temperance in reverse. They are very upset right now. This could have to do with Andrew. 9 of Cups in reverse. Their hopes and dreams are not coming true. They're overindulging. Ace of Swords. A lie. They're really upset right now. They're very upset about this overindulgence and the lies that are... They're really upset at the lies that are going on out there. I mean, to the point of being dangerously angry. 8 of Wands. Fast-moving energy. Traveling. They can travel. They communicate a lot. They communicate a lot with each other. The Emperor in reverse. They're very worried about the King. Very worried about the King. I'll do a reading on King Charles's health for this month. They're extremely worried about the King. They're very worried about Harry, the Hermit in reverse. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. There was some type of monetary agreement they have now broken. There's something they were agreeing to do they're not going to do now. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Selling a story that's not true. They know the story that is out there about the King is not true. He's not doing well. They keep saying how well he's doing. He's cutting back on his cancer treatment. I think there's just no hope. And they're really worried about it. King of Pentacles in reverse. They are very worried that Harry's trying to get money. Harry is trying to get his hands on a lot of money. King of Pentacles in reverse. I think the inheritance for the King. And the Moon. Illusion of a lie. A lie is being... There's an illusion out there, And it's about illusion, fear, and anxiety. They're really afraid of something, afraid of this monetary agreement they're breaking. Tarot, can you clarify? What are they afraid of? The moon, can you clarify the moon? What are they afraid of? An illusion being dispelled. Oh, I think I know. Okay. What are they afraid of? Can you clarify? Nine of Pentacles, independent woman. Kind of off on her own now. I think this actually has to do with their home. Because we've heard now their home is a peppercorn rent, and they're worried that someone is I think Parliament is going to start digging into the royal estates, because this agreement, this rent agreement that they have, this peppercorn rent agreement or the lease, it may be broken. There's an illusion there. Maybe it's not really true. Maybe there's an illusion that they have this agreement, or there may be an illusion that the agreement's broken. And it has to do with an independent woman, or a woman who was independent, who is now not so dependent, I can't talk. A woman who has lost her independence, and now she is not so wealthy anymore. Ooh, I wonder if that's that woman in Parliament. What's her name? Angela Rayner, maybe? They're worried about her digging into the past. They're worried about maybe losing some money. They're worried about this lease that may have to be broken. So they're not doing so well. They're worried a lot. They're worried about the king. They communicate a lot. They're worried about Harry, because Harry's trying to get money. And they're worried about this issue with their lease, their home. And there's a lie out there. There's a lie that he's overindulgent, that he drinks too, and that makes him really upset. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm going to do two more, and then I'll have to take a little break. I'll either add to this video, or I will break it up into two parts. Okay, so the next one is from Karina Lopez, 1774. Will Harry and Meghan ever split up? All right, so I assume divorce. Are they ever going to divorce? Are they ever going to divorce? Let me put these cards back in here. Are Harry and Meghan ever going to divorce? Let's find out here. All right. Are Harry and Meghan ever going to divorce? All right. Upright positive, reversal is negative. 7-card reading. Are Harry and Meghan ever going to divorce? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Being alone monetarily. Wow. Okay. Are Harry and Meghan ever going to divorce? The Moon. We keep getting that card. I mean, there's 78 cards in this deck. 3 of Wands in reverse. Impatience. Impatience. They're patient. They're impatient to get it going. All right, are Harry and Meghan ever going to divorce? 7-card reading. Upright positive, reversals negative. Whoops. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to have to, wow. All right, let me just shuffle one more time here. Dang. Well, there's the divorce card right there. Funeral, divorce, 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Are Harry and Meghan ever going to divorce? Go ahead and cut. All right. Upright positive, reversals negative. Nine of Cups in reverse. Overindulgence. Someone's drinking a lot. Hopes and dreams not coming true. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It was a waste of time. King of Swords. There's an attorney. The Fool in reverse. Risky. The Tower in reverse. I'd say that's a yes. That's a divorce card. 8 of Pentacles. They're working hard. The Devil in reverse. Wow. Well, that's escaping from dark energy. An Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Losing money. You know, this is a divorce card right here, but according to these cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm getting a no. Are they ever going to divorce? 7 of Pentacles in reverse. The union's been a waste of time. There are attorneys out there. It'll be risky for them to. The Tower in reverse. It'll destroy them both. They do want to work hard on doing that. They want to escape dark energy. They'll lose money. It'll be a huge loss of money. The cards are telling me no. I wonder if they'll just separate. Interesting. I'm going to have to explore that one later. Wow. Okay. And the last one I'm going to do, and I'm going to take a break, is will King George be king, or King George? Will Prince George be king one day? Wow. Talk about a Freudian slip. All right, will Prince George be king one day? Upright positive, reversals negative. Will Prince George be king one day? Oh, and that one's from, it's also from Karina Lopez. Okay, so will Prince George be king one day? Upright positive, reversals negative. 7 cards. Will Prince George be king one day? Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow, the cards want to talk on this one. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut. Upright positive, reversals negative. Knight of Swords in reverse. It's about attacking with words. Dirty attacks. Ooh, it can also be a physical attack as well. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. A dependent woman. The Chariot. That's his father, William. It's also about control. The Empress. Well, there's Catherine. That's his mother. King of Wands. It's about authority and it's about authority and police security. Page of Swords in reverse. Bad stories on the internet. Ace of Swords in reverse. That's a no. Temperance in reverse. Devilish energy. No. I've only got 3 upright. I've read before that Charlotte is going to be queen. Interesting that William and Catherine came up here. I think this is Charlotte. She's very dependent on the situation. We have William and Catherine, and there's some security incident. He allegedly he may be attacked, and security is going to be the center of the situation. And we'll hear some bad stories on the internet. We'll get some. We won't hear the real story. We're going to hear some lies, and this is very dark energy. Allegedly, something may happen. This could also be surgery, but this is a lie. Whatever really happens with George, we won't hear the truth. William and Catherine in a security incident, and there's some kind of attack. And it's planned dark energy. No, allegedly. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will see if I'm going to add to it. If I don't, I will add another section to this video to say goodbye. All right, I am back. So let's continue now. Okay, this is from Deb Boer. Was that really H at Sundance? So Harry, was that really Harry at Sundance? I got the feeling it may not have been him. Okay, so upright positive, reversals negative. Ooh, the Tower in reverse. You know, I'm going to switch decks. I am going to switch decks. Let's go now to the Ancient Whispers Tarot. Ancient Whispers Tarot. Let's see. I think we're going to get into some darker stuff here. All right, so was that Harry at Sundance, at the Sundance, when they did the Cookies Queen thing? Was that really Harry? at Sundance. Okay, so, whoops, upright positive, reversal is negative. Wow, this deck's really all right. Knight of Wands, well, there's Megan in reverse. She was not very happy. Wow, these are really, really chatty already. Oh my goodness, I think one flipped around down here somewhere. Okay, all right, so, Queen of Wands, okay. All right, so was that Harry at Sundance? Upright positive, reversal is negative. 7 cards. Let's see what we get. Okay, we're going to go with that one. 7 cards. Upright positive, reversal is negative. Was that Harry at Sundance? Is that really the real Harry? Page of Pentacles. Telling a story. Okay. 3 of Swords in reverse, heartbreak and betrayal. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that's a no. 2 of Wands, made plans. The Star. This can be about hope and faith and healing. It's also about being the center of attention, trying to make an appearance. Justice, the legal system. The Moon in reverse, an illusion. 5 of Swords in reverse, fighting. No, that was not him. That absolutely was not him. And I would say that from the... Look at all these Arcana cards. That's my furnace coming on. Yes, I have heat. I finally have heat. I forgot to tell you guys that. Okay, so, no. Allegedly, that wasn't him. He betrayed Megan. And it cost a lot of money. They lost money, and that's a no. She had to make new plans. She had to make sure that he was the center of attention. Some kind of legal issue. He was still in the UK with his court case. He wasn't back yet, because he was supposed to come right back and go to that. He was still dealing with his court case. The Moon in reverse, the revelation of an illusion. 5 of Swords in reverse. They had a big fight. So they had to sell a story. No, that was not him. Absolutely not. Good question. Good question. All right, let me check that one off. And then, how are the veterans and the British public going to react to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at the Invictus Games in Birmingham, pre-Invictus this summer, and then 2027 at the Invictus Games themselves? All right, so let's find out about this summer. So we're going to do this a little differently. I'm going to have 4 cards on top. Okay, actually, here's what we're going to do. Start of the situation. 4 cards on top is how they're going to react in the summer. 4 cards on the bottom is how they're going to react in 2027. Ooh, death. Ending. And the last card's going to be about how the situation will end up. So the start of the situation, even before this summer, kind of where does it stand now on how they feel towards Harry and Meghan? The Chariot. Well, there's William. Okay, so and William, 10 of Cups, happy family. So William is the Chariot for me because he is a Cancerian, and he is that's his archetype card. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, they're not going to be able to merge. 2 Pentacles upright is about merging your priorities, tackling priorities, and in reverse it's you lose sponsors, and there's Harry, the Hermit. He's a Virgo, and the Hermit is a Virgo card. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen here. All right, so we're going to go with this one. All right, so the first card is going to be, what's the situation right now? The next 4 cards, and maybe it will be the first 2 are Harry and the second 2 are Meghan. How are they going to react to them in Birmingham? First 2 Harry, second 2 Meghan. How are they going to react at Invictus in 2027? And where's it going to end up? Underlying energy, 3 of Cups in reverse. Being alone. They won't be able to celebrate. They're going to lose friends. Ooh, Nine of her Swords in reverse. Recovering from a nightmare. Knight of Wands in reverse. There's Megan. She's got to be so pissed. This is... Okay. Harry's going to go alone. She's not going. And it is an absolute nightmare. It is a nightmare. She's not going. She's not going to either one. I'm just telling you that right now. He's going alone. Alright, so what's the situation right now? The Devil in reverse. Wow. Trying to free themselves from the narcissist, from the addiction, from the obsession, from the dark energy. Wow. Harry's trying to... Invictus is trying to free themselves. Not Harry. Invictus is. They're trying to free themselves from the two of them. Alright, Megan's not going. I'm telling you that right now. But how are they going to react to Harry this summer? Ten of Cups will act like, oh, he's just a part of the happy family. Nine of Wands, but they're going to put up a barrier. They're going to be very guarded. They'll act like they're happy to see him. Especially if he brings the children. But the barrier is going to be up. Now, I'm going to say Megan's not going, so how are they going to react to that? Five of Wands in reverse. They're not going to have to compete with her. End of the competition. Four of Wands. Wow, a very stable home, security. They're going to be they're going to feel so secure in the fact that she's not going to be there. She's not going. Three of Cups is going by yourself. You're alone. Nine of Swords in reverse, recovering from the nightmare. Knight of Wands in reverse. That's Megan in her shadow aspect. She's mad. She's not going. All right, and at Invictus, they will react to Harry like Six of Cups is the past. He has a past with them. Six of Cups is also about siblings and children. They want to see the children. They want to see a happy family. They want to see the children. Harry, you need to bring the children. Wow, what else? Strength in reverse. Do not bring that wife of yours. The strength. Okay, so the Strength card is the Harry and Meghan brand because it's the Leo and the Virgo card together. Upright, it's in a very strong position. They have a strong brand, and in reverse, the brand is sucks. It's gone. So they will put their guard up, and they're going to tell him, "Don't bring her. Don't bring her. We don't want her here. Wow, we only want one of you. Don't bring her." Being very vulnerable. Megan's not going to go. So how are they going to react to that? Eight of Swords in reverse. They're released from a trap. They are so happy. They feel like a weight is off their shoulders because she's not going. And the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. That's Catherine. They want Catherine there. In Six of Cups, I was going to say it's also about siblings. They really would rather have William there. If they tell him, bring your children and don't bring her, he may not go. If he doesn't go, they're going to feel like they're released from a trap and Catherine may go. This is also the firm. The firm may take it over. How's it going to end up? Five of Swords in reverse, end of the fighting. Harry's going to lose. Harry's going to lose. He's going to lose Invictus. I don't think he's going to be part of it come 2027. He's going to lose it, and Catherine may end up going. Wow. That was really interesting. Okay. Next one. Let's see. This is from Margie M. Margie M. 1085. I'd like to know how Johnny Thompson, Jason Knopf, and other close aides really feel about the Harkles' treachery. And there's another part of the question too. All right, let's do that one first. All right, so we're going to do, we'll do Johnny Thompson on the top, and we'll do Jason Knopf on the bottom. How do they feel about the Harkles and their treachery, allegedly? How does Johnny Thompson feel? I've done readings on Johnny Thompson before. Check out the playlist. I think he's under Karmic Links, and he's also under Legends of the Past, I believe. The Princess in the Tower, he's in that one too. Okay, so how is it for Johnny Thompson and Jason Knopf? And Johnny Thompson is going to be on the top. We're going to do 4 cards on the top, and then 4 cards on the bottom for Jason Knopf. The Fool in reverse, being risky and stupid. Okay, so how do they feel about the Hercules treachery? How do they feel about that? I'm so glad we have our heat back. My goodness. All right, so how do Johnny Thompson, 4 cards on the top, how does he feel about the Hercules treachery? And for Jason Knopf, 4 cards on the bottom, how does he feel about the Hercules treachery? Ooh, the Chariot. Well, there's William. Ooh. All right, we're going to do one more shuffle here. All right, let's see what we get. 4 cards on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for Johnny Thompson. And then Jason Knopf. Underline energy. Ooh, the Chariot. There's William. Page of Swords in reverse and the 10 of Wands. What a burden they have cast on the family. They have done Page of Swords in reverses about nasty stories on the internet. They've attacked William. It's such a burden to William, having to deal with all this nastiness. Such a burden to him. They feel, how could you do that? How could you be such a burden to William, your brother? All right, what is Johnny Thompson? What does he think? Ace of Cups in reverse. It makes him so sad. Sadness and sorrow, mourning. Makes him so sad. King of Cups in reverse. You've broken your father's heart. King of Cups is King Charles as a man. You've broken your father's heart. You've made him so upset. He's also very unemotional. You've made your dad actually cold to you now. Your dad has turned his heart against you. A 10 of Swords, a loss of love too. 10 of Swords is backstabbing and betrayal. You have betrayed your father. You have made him cold towards you now. He's lost his love. He feels like that Harry has lost his father's love. 8 of Wands in reverse. He's going to be blocked. Any communication with Harry and Meghan are completely blocked now because he has so betrayed the family. That's how he feels. You have destroyed your father. You have betrayed him. He's blocked communication to you. And Ace of Cups in reverse, such sadness, such sorrow, loss of love. Wow, what sadness I'm getting off those cards. What about Jason Knopf? Queen of Cups in reverse. Your mother would be so disappointed in you. That's Diana. 9 of Swords in reverse. It's going to take a long time to recover from the nightmare of Harry. In fact, King Charles, as a man, will never recover from it. He'll never recover from that heartbreak, from that nightmare. Knight of Wands in reverse. He blames Meghan. Knight of Wands, that's Meghan's card. In reverse, he blames her nastiness and her lying and cheating and just deception. He blames her. 3 of Cups in reverse. You'll never have friends. I'll never be your friend. Wow. 3 of Cups in reverse. That's upright. It's about celebrating with friends, partying. I will never, ever communicate with you. I will permanently block you. I will never be your friend. Wow, I could have had so many happy cards and I got no happy cards there at all. Absolutely none. Wow, that was a great question. Okay, and then the second part of that was, did Meghan Markle steal anything from the royals during their time there? Allegedly. Did she steal anything? Like, possessions, things from the palaces. Did she do that? Let's find out. All right. This one's going to be an upright positive, reversals negative. On did Megan steal anything from the royals while she was there? While she was a working royal. Upright positive, reversals negative. 7 cards. Did Megan steal anything from the royals while she was there? The moon in reverse. Revelation of an illusion. I think something flipped over here. Yep. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. A woman who is no longer wealthy, no longer independent. Did Megan steal anything from the royals while she was there? Upright positive, reversals negative. 7 card reading. Oh my goodness. I'll do one more shuffle here. Did Megan steal anything from the royals while she was there? Good. Cut. Ooh, okay. 7 cards. Let's see what we get. Ooh, underlying energy. The Lovers in reverse. Bad choices. Bad choices. She was trying to split someone up. 5 of Cups in reverse. Getting over the past. Wheel of Fortune. She tried to make her luck. That's fortune. That can be tangible things as well. She tried to split someone up. She tried to split probably William and Catherine up. That was really her goal. And they're trying to get over the fact that she was the terrible past of her being there. And that's about destiny. She felt like it was her destiny. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. It was her right to have that stuff. Allegedly. The Tower in reverse. Did she try to steal things from the Tower? Like the crown jewels? Oh my God. This is a catastrophe of your own making. Wow. 4 of Wands. The home. The firm. That's the firm right there. The palaces. Ooh. Knight of Swords in reverse. That's about attacking. In dirty ways. Attacking with words. The Chariot. There's William. That was really her goal. She wanted William, allegedly. She tried to steal something from him. 3 of Wands. She was very patient. The Hermit. Harry was a part of this. Harry helped her. Page of Swords. Nasty stories on the internet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Allegedly she did, and Harry helped her. She was trying to steal from William. She may have stolen from Harry, too. Oh my gosh. If she's stealing from Harry and William, she must have tried to get some of Diana's things. From the home, from the palace. This is probably Kensington Palace. And it was her own destruction. Catastrophe of her own making. There was something in the Tower, too. The Tower of London. That's where the crown jewels are. Allegedly, I'd say she did. And in doing so, she was trying to... this is also about bad choices, the Lovers in reverse. Tried to get over the past. It was her destiny. She had a right to everything. That's how she felt. I have a right to all this stuff. Wow. Yikes, that was a great question. Okay. My goodness. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, that was from Margie M. And let's see. I'm not going to do them all tonight. Like I said, I have 5 pages. This is from Fiona Mackenzie, 6068. I would like to know if the entire Sussex line will ever lose their titles and be removed from the line of succession. Okay, so 2 questions. All right. Will the entire Sussex line ever be removed from the line of succession? Let's do that one first. So that's going to be all 4 of them. Harry, Meghan, and the 2 alleged children. Will Harry and Meghan and the children ever be removed from the line of succession, the entire Sussex line? Upright positives, reversals negative. 7 card reading. Is it ever going to happen? Upright positive versus negative. Is the entire Sussex line ever going to be removed from the line of succession? I think there's one flipped over. Ooh. 3 of Wands. Patience. The Devil in reverse. Freeing yourself from the devil. Ooh, 4 of Cups in reverse. That's something they were not considering, and they are now considering that. That was something they weren't going to do, and they are now considering doing it. Wow. Okay. Removed from the line of succession. I believe that does take an act of parliament. All right, so upright positive versus negative. 7 cards. Let me see what flew out here. It landed on the floor. 10 of Cups in reverse. An unhappy family. I'll bet if that happens. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. Well, there's Harry. Okay, well, he's going to end up being in here. Okay. Underline energy, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Megan will probably end up being, she'll lose her wealth. Lose her wealth and lose her status and position. All right, first card is the Knight of Pentacles, and that is Harry. Next card is 10 of Wands, a burden. You are a burden. Page of Pentacles. There's Archie. Holy cow. The Hermit. There's Harry again. Okay, so his Arcana card, his archetype card, is the center of the situation. If he's removed, of course, Megan's not in the line of succession. It would be Harry and the 2 children. We have Harry and Archie. 7 of Wands in reverse. What you have done is indefensible. 6 of Cups, the children. The past, both children. King of Wands in reverse. So King of Wands is about investigations, secret things, security. Parliament. King of Wands upright is, that can be Parliament. And in reverse, it won't go through Parliament? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Allegedly, yes. And it will be Harry and Archie and Harry again. Because now the Six of Cups is children. We've all suspected that Lily doesn't really exist. Or she may not exist by the time this happens, allegedly. But yes, they all will be removed. Megan's not in the line of succession. Just Harry and the 2 children are. Yes, they will all be removed. Okay. And Megan will end up losing her status and position and wealth. Okay. All right. So next part of that question is, where is it? Oops, hang on. The next one is about losing their titles. I've actually done a reading on that before, and I have read that they will all lose their titles, and that I'll put a link in the description box below. I've done like 2 readings on that, and in the first one and in the second one, I had heard very specifically in my head that William and Charles had discussed it, and Charles had said, I'll take care of my brother, you take care of yours. And King Charles did take care of his brother, and I believe he's going to leave the Harry, removing Harry's title. He's going to leave that to William. I think that absolutely will come true. I heard that very specifically in my head one night. 7 of Wands in reverse. What you've done is indefensible. Okay, so will Harry and the children lose their titles? Because if Harry loses his title and he and Meghan are still married, she loses hers. That's just the way it is. She only has her title through him. Now, if they're divorced and he loses his title, I think she still keeps hers. We'll know because Sarah had hers removed. So yeah, so will they all lose their titles? We'll just put it that way. Are they all going to lose their titles? These cards just want to go flying. 6 of Cups. That's the children right there. Okay. So upright positive versus negative. Are the Sussexes, Harry, Meghan, and the children, going to lose their titles? Two of Swords. They're still deciding. Okay. It's being considered right now. It is being considered right now. And a decision can't be made right now because William is not king yet. All right. Because William is the one who's going to take care of them, according to the readings that I've done. Okay. Underline energy, the Nine of Wands. So that's, right now there's a barrier up. That's mental anguish. There's a barrier up right now. Three of Cups in reverse. That's about being alone. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Priorities are out of whack. 10 of Swords. Backstabbing and betrayal. Center of the situation. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yep, there's losing the titles right there. That's also being taken out of the line of succession. It's actually going to be done all in one fell swoop. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles upright is the line of succession, the family, generational wealth, one generation passing on to the next, and in reverse, being cut out of the family, being cut out of the line of succession, losing titles as well. 6 of Cups, it will include the children. This keeps coming up. King of Wands, there's Parliament. Page of Cups. Surprising bad news. They will not expect it. It will be a shock. They're not going to expect it. Center of the situation. We're kicking you out of the family. We are taking you out of the line of succession. You are losing your titles. Absolutely. Because you betrayed us with the children. These are the two children too. Your children are not yours, allegedly. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. You're on your own. Goodbye. We're going to do it through all the legal channels that we need to, just like we did with Andrew, because they did actually go through Parliament. And Page of Cups in reverse. Surprising bad news. They will not expect it. Wow. So Fiona McKenzie, that was a great question. All right, so I think, let's see. I think I'm going to end it there, and I will do a part 2. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and if you did, please like and share, and if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate my subscribers. And don't forget to join the channel too, because I am going to be adding some fun member perks this month. I'm starting to work on them now. I'll get them dropped as soon as I can. And members will see this video first. So thank you so much, everyone. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it just helps the channel grow. So and if you do subscribe, don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't miss another reading. And you can sign up for a private reading. It's going to be on March 1st. If you sign up now, you'll just have to wait until March 1st because I'm taking a break in February. But you can still sign up. You'll receive it after March 1st. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you again soon on Royal Tarot Readings. Bye-bye, everybody.